For me, the main thing I am most excited about for E3 is, of course, Cyberpunk, which I've bashed out on and on about for ages. I'm really excited to see Cyberpunk 2077 and see the actual release date of it. That is the thing that I'm most excited for, because we've obviously had footage and this, that, and the other, and there's going to be some demos which are going to be played by the people on the stage, so we get to see it a bit more. But knowing when it comes out is actually just the most enticing thing of this whole thing. I'm so excited.
Year, right?
Exactly, that's all I want to know. It's got to come out before 2021. So is it going to come out this year? Is it going to come out next year? When? Tell me. That's what I'm excited for. Like, I'm just, this world, Night City, with all of its mechs and mercenaries and other things beginning with M, it's going to be good. Millman's going to be in there. But yeah, I'm also really excited to see a bit more on Dragon Age 4, because I think BioWare are going to come back. They've learned their lessons, they've had their problems. I want them to come back with Solus and the Dreadwolf and actually prove that they've still got it and do all this wonderful stuff with that. So if we get a bit more on that, that would be fantastic. But yeah, just short and sweet, Cyberpunk and Dragon Age 4, please and thank you.
Well, I love E3 season. This is the most fun thing, because everything goes, and all the rumours and the leaks and all that type of stuff. So I have two. I have one, which is a new Splinter Cell. I don't care. Yes, Ewan, the new Splinter Cell. I would hope that they get Michael Ironside back, but I don't necessarily need to play as him. I think that they could have Michael Ironside back and have him in like an advisory role, have him be the voice on the other side of the comms that's training some new person to be the next, main operative kind of thing. So I would do that, as long as you bring back the focus on stealth and you just pretty much make it like Splinter Cell Blacklist, the most underrated, overlooked Splinter Cell game of all time and the generation so far. Yes, Ewan. It's that. The Splinter Cell Blacklist was brilliant. Everyone just hated it because Ironside wasn't in it and he was voiced by this other dude whose name I forget.
Go off, bitch!
Yes, but the core gameplay is brilliant, and it was like you have this big airship thing and you're picking missions off this map and you just sort of drop into them, you complete stuff, you can rerun them, there's a good sense of replayability, and it was just that idea that stealth was at the front of it, and you never see stealth games anymore. And the last big one with a decent budget was Metal Gear 5 in 2015, unless I'm forgetting something, but I don't think I am. Sekiro kinda, yeah, and that sort of scratched the itch, the Tenchu itch a little bit. But I think, across the 2000s, it was Metal Gear, Hitman, and Splinter Cell. They were the three pillars of stealth. Hitman's the game I forgot about. But it's about time that Splinter Cell came back, and Ubisoft could do with the win. And there's a whole bunch of social media posts pointing to the fact that this thing is already in development, even though when all the devs are then asked, they just went, oh no, we didn't mean that, deletes tweet. And it's well, there's clearly something in the works. So give me Splinter Cell. Also, pure E3 season madness, give me a new Legacy of Kain. Because there's not been a Legacy of Kain since 2003, minus the arena shooter called Nosgoth that literally no one liked. And I don't care if you still play it, you don't like it. You wouldn't like it. I am a Nosgoth, and I would be an even bigger Nosgoth if they'd bring it back. There hasn't been a proper Legacy of Kain since 2003, Legacy of Kain Defiance, and that franchise is just lush. So bring that back if we're doing wish fulfillment, yeah.
Hi, Jules.
Hey, what's up?
There's something different about you. Did you do something with your hair?
I forgot my hat. I'm not actually going to be talking about Sonic. I don't want Sonic to appear at all after that travesty that's the Sonic, the movie. I could think of anything less that I want than Sonic, the movie, the game.
Sonic Mania 2.
No. I want BioShock 4.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I just genuinely forgot my hat. I want BioShock 4 just because BioShock Infinite for me left things so open-ended, but also it wasn't for me the best game in the trilogy. I think that with 4, with Ken Levine having departed ways and 2K secretly working on a new BioShock game, as was reported back in the day when Jason Schreier basically went on Kotaku and just said, was walking around a hangar, walked into the wrong room by accident, and it turns out they were making a new BioShock game. Classic reveal that. I hope that they return to their roots, go back underwater, do something again with Rapture, maybe a story of a prequel, maybe before the downfall, leading to it all, and maybe the fall of Andrew Ryan. That could be interesting. Just give me more of that. My barnacle's getting crusty because I've been out on land too long. I'm a whale that's been beached, and my stomach is now getting to the point now where it's about to explode and take out all of those tourists that just stand too close and take photos. You know the ones I'm talking about?
I know the ones you're talking about.
Whaleguts.com. It's just hello, Fontaine, congratulations. You got a son. You know what I'm saying? Big boys. Anyway, yeah, BioShock 3.
Are you going to literally make that quote in every single chatty faces now? You did that last week.
I'm looking at Josh here. What's she on about? 9-4.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, Fontaine! Remember, we did some content on this a while ago and it got taken down by the bigwigs at the top because it might be real. And Josh made a good point the other day about me having creamy dreamies whenever it's said.
Disgusting!
That's mustang.
Harry Potter Magic Awakened. The RPG we've been waiting for forever. We could see it at E3 this year. At wherever's conference, probably Microsoft. They're the only people who are doing a general, like, non-solely publisher one, because it'll be published by Warner Brothers. This game was leaked, I can't remember if it was this year or last year, by somebody recording a trailer on a phone, and can't show it, by the way, because Warner Brothers will take it down again. But this looks to be an open world, open Hogwarts RPG where you come in as a 5th-year character in the late 19th century, before Fantastic Beasts, before Potter himself, and you can choose whether you're good, whether you're evil. You can kill things by the look of it. In the trailer, somebody kills a goblin, and it's great. So you could go really dark if you want to. You can basically be yourself within Hogwarts, which is a game people have wanted ever since the first Potter games started surfacing after the movie tie-ins came about. So I'm pretty excited for that. There's nothing actually confirmed yet, but like we said, Warner Brothers took all of the videos down. Our videos, the original recording of the trailer, everyone else's videos got taken down. So there is obviously the little smidgen of truth that this might be coming, and E3 2019 might be when we see it. Nothing is confirmed, but I really want it to be true. Like, I really, really do. But they do have to get it right. Gonna do a plug. Did a wishlist video. Did a video on everything we know. Click all of these things around me, and you can go and watch all the Potter videos I did. But hopefully, we're gonna find more about it at E3.
But don't go away and watch another video. Watch this video.
Finish this one first and then go. I'll put it on the end card, it's fine.
Someone get Richard change your trousers.
I'm most excited for the Avengers project, Rach, because it was technically announced in 2017, I think it was, but we've seen absolutely nothing about it other than the fact that Crystal Dynamics are making it and Square Enix are publishing it. So we've got to see something tangible, especially on the Avengers hype, because we all saw Endgame this year, so the element of delicious chef's kissedness is still there. And I want to get excited about it. I want it to be about the Infinity War, because I think the time is right. If you wait too long, then the time goes, and you're like, who cares? Like, there's new films coming out, and obviously it's not going to tie directly into the films, but, you know, I like leeching off that hype to inform my other interests. So I want to see that. I want to see a potential Simpsons game, because the Simpsons writers are at E3, and I don't think it'll be a new game. We were talking just before we started recording this. I think it will be a remaster, and I know Rich and Ewan absolutely will want hit and run, but I don't just want hit and run because I'm very, very greedy. I want hit and run. I want road rage, and I want Simpsons skateboarding. And speaking of skateboarding, I want another favour from EA. I want Skate 4. Because Skate 4 is long overdue, and currently I'm going through a bit of a midlife crisis where I kind of want to start skateboarding at the prime old age of 24. And I might buy a skateboard, and if I get...
You ain't got the knees for it, man.
I haven't anymore, not anymore, but you know what? I want to believe that I do. If I can pull it off, if I can do one single ollie, I'll be fine. And if I can't do it, I'll do it on Skate 4, so that'll be fine.
You forgot about Simpsons wrestling.
Nah, Simpsons wrestling.
Bloodborne 2.
No, seriously. that would be amazing.
So creepy.
Oh, hey, it's Josh Brown.
Never leave a man behind,
Hey, Josh Brown. It's not like we just started or anything.
I thought it was an entry point. I'm so sorry.
Really, I would love to see Bloodborne 2. It's not going to happen. I mean, I'd love to. I'd probably die if it did get announced. That would be amazing. But what is sort of kind of lightly rumoured that might actually get revealed was there was a little tease via, Josh can correct me on this, was it Gamma Sutra?
Great question. I'm going to say yes.
Yes. It was teased on the internet, which is a very reliable place, that George R.R. Martin, author of A Song of Ice and Fire, aka television's Game of Thrones, might be working with From Software, developers of Dark Souls, of Bloodborne, to make a medieval RPG. Possibly, maybe in the Game of Thrones universe. I kind of hope it isn't. I would love it to be just kind of like, Jules has his hand up.
I have some information. It has a name, and it has also got some setting as well.
It has a name. It was codename GR.
Name is Great Rune.
Great Rune,
And it's going
apparently.
to be set on, based around North
Norse mythology?
Norse mythology!
Ashes perking up, my lady. Let me pitch this to you. Imagine if they announced a Dark Souls game. Oh, I've lost you there, sorry.
Dark Souls.
Imagine if they announced a Dark Souls game that had Norse mythology in it, and it had the creative expertise of a Song of Ice and Fire's author behind it.
Ruining it, isn't it? Like, really hard and horrible.
Excuse me, maybe it wouldn't be so difficult. I hope it is. No, but that would be honestly lovely. I really hope we get to hear more about that. Grim Rune.
Great Rune.
Great Rune. Grim Rune.
It's meant to be open world as well.
Open world, Dark Souls. Yeah, boy.
This E3, I'm really, really hoping, I know this is going to take everyone by surprise, because, like, you know, I never talk about it ever. A new Batman Arkham game. Yeah. Because I've kind of got at home a big pinboard of conspiracies with little bits of string tied to other bits of string, trying to figure out what the next step is for Batman Arkham. I've been on people's like social media trying to figure out what they're talking about. There was the whole stuff with Warner Brothers Montreal a few months back where they were talking about like Batman and then also the Court of Owls and also Wonder Woman, and I've been trying to piece it all together, and basically at this point now my thought process is that gif of that woman with the math symbols coming across the face, because at this point I don't even know, is Batman Arkham, does it even exist? Were there ever even Batman Arkham games in the first place? It has been 4 years since Batman Arkham Knight came out, 4 years, and then the Arkham remasters didn't even have Arkham Origins, and I want a proper fully fleshed kind of sequel to Batman Arkham Origins, which is the most underrated Batman Arkham game. And you know what, I'm kind of interested to see what Rocksteady are doing. Maybe it's Superman, maybe it's Justice League, I don't know. My main priority at the moment is I really want to see Warner Bros. Montreal's Batman game, because Patrick Reddin, the guy who kind of was the creative director on a bunch of Splinter Cell titles back during the last generation of consoles, he's actually the creative director at the studio right now. So I'm really hoping that it exists and that I can finally just put all this just conspiracy bollocks just behind me, because I just want it to exist, you know? I've been trying to like go, come on, Batman Arkham, and it's not coming out, so yeah.